Welcome everyone. I'm Jason Vatovec and thank you for taking the time to watch my presentation. Think about your last dining experience. When the bill arrived, you probably struggled with the same question most people do. How much do I tip? 10, 15, 20%? Who knows? Maybe less if the bill was higher than expected, or the food was not on time, or maybe just a little more. Tipping in America essentially is biased, unfair, and sometimes unintentionally discriminatory. Most of Europe and 7 states here in America have ended the 2-tier minimum wage system, and I think it's time the whole country does the same. Tipping in America encourages exploitation, racism, and harassment. In 1939, the minimum wage was formalized by Congress under President Roosevelt's New Deal. Employers were not required to pay everyone a minimum wage, thus starting the 2-tier minimum wage system we have today. 82 years later, we have gone from a $0 tip minimum to a whopping $2.13 per hour. Unacceptable. This is according to the Department of Labor website on minimum wages. Many tipped workers live at or below poverty and rely on food stamps at twice the rate of the overall workforce here in the United States. This dynamic creates the situation where a server works for multiple customers throughout the day and not the restaurant. The restaurant industry employs 10% of the country's workforce, while at the same time it is the lowest paying industry in America. Data compiled from the IPUMS.org website shows how tipping allows for sizable racial pay gap caused by implicit biases of the customer. This 2010 to 2018 median tip data shows a $2.29 difference between the white server making $7.06 and an Asian server making $4.77. With 2/3 of the service industry being people of color and largely women, sexual harassment and tipping go hand in hand. According to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, 40% of all harassment cases in the U.S. originate in the restaurant industry. 80% of female servers have reported tolerating harassment at the workplace, both by coworkers and customers over the fear of losing their wages. Moving forward to an inclusive and equitable economy in the restaurant industry will be difficult. The National Restaurant Association and other large groups have seeded fear into America by arguing paying one wage will increase menu costs, making people less afford to dine out, which will reduce a restaurant's revenue and growth, causing servers to lose shifts or even their job. However, 7 states have ended the 2-tier minimum wage system, opting for one wage, seen here in this representation of Department of Labor data. According to a publication, The Glass Floor, found on rockunited.org's website, data taken from 7 one-fair wage states have shown poverty rates for servers are 27% lower. Harassment to women at restaurants has been reduced by 1/2, and sales growth at those restaurants are both up 1% over $2.13 states. So what can we do? Until the laws are changed across the country, we must understand the restaurant industry over decades has put the responsibility on us, the consumer, not the restaurant, to pay servers a living wage through our subjective generosity of tipping. So for now, just tip. Tip 18 to 20% and let other people know about the two-tiered system. A lot of people don't. Finally, support legislation trying to end subminimum wage. Once ended, the server will receive the same minimum wage as the rest of the staff for the states they work in. They will feel more like a valued employee of that restaurant. Servers will now work for the restaurant that hired them and not for a random customer that sits in their section. Without the added pressure of receiving a tip, servers will not have to tolerate harassment for the wages they receive. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share this information with you today, and have a wonderful day.